My father divorced my mom when I was at the age of 7. And after that, he walked out on us. So he left for about 4 years and then he came back. Sadly, he didn't live enough long. He passed away. So that's where everything starts from. I had a different childhood in that I never had a father figure in my life. And that gave birth to a person that was a loner. When I was young, I didn't really understand what was going on, why I couldn't be comfortable among other people. But as I started growing up, I began to notice a few things that I couldn't do or didn't happen in my life with what was happening in my friends' lives, such as I never had the opportunity to live in a complete family. I never had the opportunity of receiving birthday gifts from my dad, and that was really tough for me. For he was a deadbeat, and he passed away just like that, as a deadbeat. Fast forward, complete high school, trying to find what I'm going to do in my life. And at that time, that's when your friends have a push from their parents. So their daddies are trying to make connections for a job or trying to get them in university or college. But for me, it was a different story. I had to work for everything that I had. I was never given a foundation. It was brick by brick to get to where I'm supposed to be. So I get into college, 3 years pursuing a diploma in journalism and public relations. In my final year, final term, 2 weeks before the exams, I got expelled because I did not pay my fees in time. So that year, the school decided they were not going to allow students that were owing. They were not going to write. At that moment, depression kicked in. I looked at myself and I felt, why is my life so different? Why should I go through what I'm going through? I questioned God's existence. Honestly, that year, I felt it never existed. Because if it did, then what was the plan? What was the plan of getting me into school? And then at the end, I pray to you and you're silent. So I called him a fake God. Then I questioned the love of my dad towards me. I wondered if he never cared about me. It was a simple thing for him to just tell my mom to abort the pregnancy. Yes. Death felt like the best solution at that particular time. So I went back into my old life. I started smoking again, started drinking, I started flirting, and I forgot about my dreams. I told myself I was never going to become a better person. I was never going to become that guy I always wanted to be, because there was no way life would take a turn like this and then things changed for me. That was it. Fast forward, before the year ended, that was 2019, I was attacked by thugs in November. And that night, I almost died. But God made a way for me in that He saved me. I lived that day. And from that moment, I felt like God was speaking to me. He was telling me He's not done with me. And whatever I went through was according to His plan. And that's the part I didn't understand. Or rather, that's the part most of us misunderstand. And the funny thing is that God will put people in your life that you will never know that they are there to help you get to the place where you want to be. I met people like Abba Missionary Gabby GP, and we had conversations about how my father was a deadbeat, depression, and all the suicidal thoughts I used to have. And from those conversations, I got to learn that certain questions, I will never have the answers for them. Only God knows. And secondly, the mistakes of my dad don't make me a better person, but rather shows me what happens when you make certain decisions. So in short, with those conversations, I go to see life at a clear perspective and a spectacle glass. So what I'm trying to say is, life is a journey, and you might never have the answers for everything. I might not say I'm at a better place in my life. I don't get depressed. I don't get stressed. Yes, sometimes it kicks in. Sometimes it gets back in. Sometimes I wonder if I'll go back to school and complete my education. Sometimes I wonder if I'll make it in life. But hey, it's God's plan. He knows the best for me. And as long as it's God's plan, I'll still keep doing me. I'll still keep praying. I'll still keep pushing. I'll still keep doing what I'm supposed to do to be a better person. One wise man once said, we all need grace in the face of each other. And that's the only thing you should do. Always show grace to other people. Back then, I was so hurt about my dad, but now I have more grace towards him, because I might not understand why he decided what he did, but all I know is that for him to let my mom carry the pregnancy to 9 months and I'm here, then there was love. And for God to let everything happen the way it happened, I would have not been here sharing this story. I would have not been here writing about my experiences in my music, in my poetry, in all my writings. I would have not been here influencing the world the way I do it today. So everything is under God's plan. I am Brian Leon Chapswike Mulenga Chilambe, aka S.O.G, and that's my story.